Hello, Virgo. Allison from Spirit Maven again with your bonus message from Spirit as a complement to the full moon and lunar eclipse in Scorpio reading. So now let's take a look at what the cards have in store for you, Virgo. So the first card that counts up is a Seven of Swords. So a little bit of sort of cunning energy here, which is a good thing, really. This is really a needing to sort of, be cautious, protecting yourself and your property. But for a broader meaning, it's really saying whatever you really value in your life, whether it be relationships, your work, your self-care, really needs an additional bit of attention and care right now. So putting a little more focus on what you value, what you're passionate about. Um, and really, it's too looking at if there's any sort of unsettling situations, is being creative. So really tapping into your creativity to, think out of the box for, new ingenious ways of um, moving on with the situation or solving it and in ways that no one would have ever thought of. So it's really lending to your creativity there. But in addition, though, we'd have that little bit of a caution of really double checking any contracts or agreements that you are looking at right now, just to make sure that everything is above board. And, Virgo, I know with your organizational skills, that's something that you often do. But this is just saying, hey, let's make sure, because you want to be taking care of what, again, you value. So ensuring that these contracts and agreements are protecting that and keeping you really sort of solid with that. And then, looking at the stone that comes along with this, because we are using the Crystal Power Tarot deck, we have Shigalite. And again, this is about perspective, inspiration, and endurance. So really saying, maybe, take an observational viewpoint back on your situation of what, you're valuing and, these new ways of supporting what you value and you're passionate about and sort of being inspired by that because you're doing it for you and for those whom you care for. So, lovely starting to really goes along with that full moon reading, again with the swords of what it's sort of to expect and really looking at just sort of double checking, just even triple checking just to make sure that everything is clear for you and you are satisfied with that. And then the next card, oh my goodness, Eight of Swords. So this then keeps on with sort of that energy of sort of cutting through. And while this often can look at being restriction or fear, so false evidence appearing real, and negative thinking, it's really asking you to catch yourself if you find yourself spiraling down into a negative thought. It's only a negative thought. It's a lower vibration, but then that affects that attraction factor that comes in right now, especially with this beautiful aspect with Jupiter and Pluto coming in our skies, and we have all this abundance in our skies. Is we can sometimes self-sabotage ourselves by going into a fearful feeling, and that just makes that wealth come a little bit longer. It's still there, the abundance is still there, but we can blind ourselves, and that's just part of the human condition. And so, if you're feeling a bit trapped or powerless, this is really saying to you, inviting you to reclaim your power. And how do we do this? Well, it's really looking at examining your situation right now, and again, thinking a new way out of this now and making certain changes. So this lends itself and supports that Seven of Swords idea of taking your creativity and thinking outside the box, looking at new um, avenues to bring in the abundance, to bring in that success that you so well deserve, that is your birthright, and to think of new ways that others haven't before, like the old paradigms of solving the problem. So there needs to be some sort of a change so that you can feel that in your solar plexus, that you can feel that joy in your heart, which will then entrain itself with that wonderful energy of wealth and abundance in our skies. And on a sort of a relationship issue too, then Virgo, is this can also relate to someone who might be emotionally unavailable. So it's again asking to take that step back, look at the perspective of um, you know, what sort of maybe needs to be done or released within this relationship. Again, looking at innovative solutions. And Virgo, we know, again, you are, well suited to do that. And so, again, being the swords, we have a double sugar light. So again, that perspective, inspiration, and endurance. So knowing too that you do have the determination and the ability to persevere in situations that may be uncomfortable, in which you might be feeling that false evidence of appearing real, that fear, where you find yourself falling into, a negative thought pattern. So let's, break those patterns. Let's heal those patterns of self-sabotaging thoughts. You have almost 17 seconds to change that. Some people say 13, so whatever. Once you notice it, change it around, shift it around to thinking the what ifs, better feeling thoughts, and this will help you definitely succeed through any sort of muddied waters or troubled waters. The universe does have your back and is supporting you on every step of your journey. So, remember that, Virgo. So I hope that this reading has provided some additional insight to the general full moon and a lunar eclipse and Scorpio reading, Virgo. And if you want a greater experience, a little bit more detailing, give you a more colorful picture, watch the recordings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. Again, it gives more detail and more um, positivity through the journey process. And if you have enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate your support here at Spirit Maven. And also, we'd love to hear from you, Virgo. So if please comment below with your ahas, your questions, and maybe even some suggestions for future videos that we can provide for your enjoyment. And also, if you would like a reading from any one of us, sorry, in the Spirit Maven, or like to find out more about our offerings, please see the contact information below. Yes, so again, thank you so much for watching, Virgo, and remember that you are magical, so go out and spread your magic.